Because there will be no medical trains here, and there's just thousands of wounded that are not going to be able to be taken care of.
Right, but the only rail coming into Gettysburg has got, according to this map, two bridges that are burning up.
Correct, sir. There is one single line from Baltimore to Westminster. That's the end of the line. That is where there's a depot there, the Christian Sanitary Commission there. Any other bridges for railroad, this one is burned. One to Hanover Junction is burned. This is burned. There's no way to get supplies here by rail unless they're coming from Baltimore to Hanover or to Westminster. Likewise, there's no way to get it back, except for that one single rail line.
If we begin moving south, we're going to have a two-way traffic on these roads. That's going to be severe.
Correct, sir.
Well, the intent, I believe, is to use the B&O to Frederick versus using the Western Maryland Railroad.
All right.
Colonel, once again, I do mean to interrupt. The Army, the last instructions we had there at Westminster, we have a kitchen car, which is a railroad car that has been outfitted as a kitchen, as a mobile kitchen that we put in place in Westminster. The Army has requested that we make two more and have them transferred by the railroad to Hanover. So I'm sure the Army is expecting the majority of casualties to come out through Hanover, or they would not have had us have two more cars built and sent there.
I believe General Haupt is working on the rail line in Hanover right now.
And how is it, Mr.
Howard.
Mr. Howard, that your wagons were able to get in when ours are so much slower?
General Buford personally assisted us in having our stores unloaded from the train cars into quartermaster wagons, and then gave us an escort here. So that, because he knew the desperation and the need of medical supplies and food supplies to the field hospitals here.
And this is Buford's doing?
This is General Buford's doing, yes.
And what, they came in front of you then?
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you, sir, for your work.
My pleasure, sir.
Are you distributing to the hospitals now?
We've started, our first wagons are at the 3rd Division, 2nd Corps Field Hospital. We have sent riders to the 3rd Corps Hospital and the 5th Corps Hospital, which are nearby, for them to send over men to receive a portion of what supplies we have on hand immediately.
Right, and they're close to the 1st and the 12th Corps.
And we have an estimated, we think maybe 400 to 500 delegates who should be arriving within several hours to the next couple of days. And each delegate team will be bringing a wagon load of supplies. Our goal is to find a building in Gettysburg to set a warehouse up near the railroad station, and then distribute supplies from the warehouse, the railroad station area, to the field hospitals.
And your men will all need passes?
Yes, we'll need passes from the Provost Marshal.
Clerk, make a note to the Provost Marshal that Christian Commission passes need to be made out and available for them immediately. The conditions of the hospital. Okay, I've got the hospital. Prisoners. What are we doing with prisoners?
Sir, Lieutenant Dan representing Colonel Gump. We got yesterday 2,000 prisoners down on Baltimore Pike. Today the Provost Marshal, we're processing hundreds, if not thousands more from the action yesterday. And from the action yesterday, we captured almost 30 Confederate flags up here on the ridge. So
30 flags.
yes, sir. And, so the total number so far is 36 flags in the last 2 days. 30 is on that action yesterday. So we're over 2,000 in the depot right now, and so the captain said about 60% of them are removed.